spend 1 minute of that on Facebook, not 7 minutes of every day.
That changes everything I would have said then.
But
I just said 1 out of every 7 minutes they're on Facebook.
typically, online users are spending 10.5 billion minutes on social media. Okay, and that is not mobile devices. So that's almost 20,000 years per year spent on social media. One of the interesting things is that you'll see now a lot of times when young people are together, they're sitting in a group texting the guy across the table rather than talking to them, which I think is not a good thing. And another very interesting aspect is they are finding out that we're evolving. In Japan, they say now that people, instead of using their index finger when they are pushing buttons like a doorbell, they use their thumb. Because they're so used to using their thumb for texting and gaming that now that the thumb has become the new index finger for in Japan. Just a little bit of trivia. Now, if social media was compared to countries, it would be the second most populous country in the world with over 1.1 billion users. Do you think that at some point we are going to have a nation, a virtual nation? And I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
Heather.
Heather, that's right. Heather, do you want to speak this evening?
Sure.
Okay. So, do you think that there will be a virtual nation in the future?
Hello, everyone. As far as there being a virtual nation, that kind of sounds silly to me. Of course, I think that most countries nowadays are very adept to technology and everything, and so technology, of course, is becoming part of every nation. Really, you could say that most nations are virtual nations in that sense, because as with the younger generations and the older generations, as they make up the majority of social media, of course, a lot of people are involved in what you would call a virtual nation, especially with the memes that they post every day and everything. So I don't think as far as a nation like based on technology and social media, there's nothing that I would see would be created like that, but you could say that our nations are evolving to become virtual nations in a sense, especially with I know when I walk around campus at the University of South Alabama, I see students all the time texting and talking to their friends and on their phone and everything, and that's becoming the norm of communication, I think, nowadays. And it's definitely a big way for companies and employers to communicate as well. So I would definitely say that all nations are sort of evolving into virtual nations.
Okay, so that one more point, and actually that will wrap up our table topics for this evening. But I just want to mention one last thing, and that is that 91% of all mobile internet access is being on social media. So we're not using our phones to check our email, we're using our phones to check what's going on with other social media. Mr. Toastmaster.